Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play / Let's Learn the Kerbal Space Program. We are currently in Kerbal orbit, but in 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes, we are going to be doing a burn to go to the moon. Alright, let's speed things up. We can also potentially just use the alarm clock. One of the things I was complaining about, like, it's nice that you can warp to, right? Like, built in as a version 1, I can click somewhere on my path and say warp to next maneuver, which is very, very handy. That's built into the game. However, I was bemoaning the fact that there's no hotkey for that, because I can't do it from this screen as far as I know. However, with this alarm, I should be able to, what? Quick add maneuver alarm. And it said 3 minutes. Is that going to leave me 3 minutes of time? That's exactly what the alarm is there for. Now, that's when I hit this button. What happens if I hit that? Does it let me configure it? Maneuver node. Quick added maneuver alarm. Delete unclosed. Time warp halted. Replace maneuver nodes? Already set on the flight path. That's weird. No, we're just going to... Fine. Delete alarm. Okay. If you do use the built-in warp to maneuver, I think it gives you 2 minutes, maybe like a minute and a half. Alright, let's use this time to go ahead and turn around. So I just initiated the roll here. That way I don't have to keep burning power on my SAS. Just get it started. We'll get us vaguely pointed towards the maneuver. Then I'll use the SAS to just keep us pinned there. I can't tell Jeb to SAS to the maneuver because he doesn't have the experience points for that. I was wondering if the tracking station would actually give us the full SAS maneuver options, but apparently it does not. I think what you can do is you can use the built-in computerized probe SASs to provide you those functions later on. Okay, we're just under 2 minutes to our burn. We are correctly facing our maneuver. Now, this is the estimated burn over here. Let me just do a quick one of those. Yeah, see, the burn numbers don't necessarily use your correct stats. It tries to predict it. Now it says I have to burn for 8 days, which is obviously not true. I don't know how much I have to burn to get basically 900 delta. Well, I guess we can get an idea here. Basically, 1,000 meters per second is close to about a minute of burn. So once I've got about 30 seconds left to my maneuver node, I will start the burn. At that point, the estimated burn will update itself. But we'll be in a better position. Like that little test burn I did, I was kind of in a wonky position to give that a go. Lunar flyby debris. Oh! Oh, I guess it would still be in orbit. Oh. Because I was in orbit when I separated, so this thing is going to stay in orbit forever. Maybe cause an accident later on. That's not necessarily good. All right. We're going to reach the node in 40 seconds, but I'm going to start the burn. Well, I'll start the burn with about 20 seconds left on the clock. I think that's going to be... No, let's start it at the 30, and then we can adjust downwards. I'll go to full burn. Oh, I'm on the wrong stage. That's what's going on here. Ah, shit. Estimated burn, 1 minute 30. Yeah, okay. So I should have started a little sooner. Still, it's ultimately going to be okay. All right. Now, I could be doing this from the map view and getting some live data updates, but you know, of my path here. But I think it's a little bit more dramatic to watch it from here. So we're still basically pointing towards our maneuver node. Not 100%, but close enough. I'll actually kill this maneuver before it's completely over, and then we'll go back to the map, we'll do an adjustment maneuver, and then we'll do a little bit more of a burn, probably for, you know, just a couple of seconds once we're there. So we're well past our original node. Well, that's alright. Fuel, we got it. Electric charge, we're good. What's nice about this is Kerbal will not be eclipsing us on our path to the sun either. Alright, let's kill that. Good enough. So, we're going to do that. 23 minutes. Yeah, so we'll do a little adjustment over here, because obviously we need a bit of a tweak. Just a bit more. Oh, that's the wrong side of the moon. I want that side of the moon. There we go. Something like that. Okay. That should be good. So it's figuring that's going to be a 3-second corrective burn. Good. That's exactly the sort of thing I was hoping for. Like a very minimal little adjustment on our way there. We'll turn off the SAS for now. Still got lots of juice. Once we finish this corrective burn, we will then just orientate ourselves to properly face the sun. But we've got to wait. I'm just accelerating. Suppose I can go up even higher. It does take a second for the time warp to adjust itself. Okay, kill all the time warp. We're going to make sure that we are properly facing our maneuver node. Let's go on and put on the stability assist. Okay. 3-second estimated burn. So when we hit about 2 seconds on the clock, we'll turn it on. We could also go for like a half-speed burn a little sooner. Actually, that might be way, way, way better. Let's do something like that instead. We'll slowly throttle up with maybe around 5 seconds left. 2, 1. And go. Okay, well, we're all past our maneuver, so let's not keep doing that. We're facing the wrong way as well. Okay, we are predicted to do our Lunar flyby. How much juice we have left in the tank? Quite a bit. 2,400 delta V left. Yeah, so I'm going to have lots, because this delta V that's going to be required here is going to be non-existent to get into orbit, and also to leave orbit is going to be trivial. So we will indeed enter lunar orbit. Like so. We could circularize, but we don't need to. We're going to pass, on this side we're going to pass, 250,000 kilometers, and here we're going to be 1.8 kilometers out. Yeah, that's not much of an orbit. That's at all. I don't think it's actually going to take that much delta V to come into something a little bit more reasonable. There we go. It's still a very, very, very high orbit, because you can orbit the moon quite a bit closer than this, I'm pretty sure. But this will give us some margin for error. It'll also make it a lot easier to leave the orbit and come home. Again, I'm super paranoid. I just want to succeed in the trip. So we will meet the moon somewhere over here. All right, we got nothing to do. We can make sure that our solar panel is facing the sun. I did bring the solar panel, right? Yeah, there it is. Whoops. I am doing this wrong. There we go. Almost full. There we go. There. Lots of energy. Not that we're using it for anything at all, but I feel a lot better doing that. We're going to leave the SAS on, because any minor perturbations of the system will it'll stay stable, and we're basically feeding that with just the solar panel. We have a little over a day before we reach the moon. So the moon is over there right now, and we're going to intercept it. Actually, I don't know where our vector is. It's very close to the direction we're facing, actually, so. So how's Jeb going to entertain himself? Well, this is zombie Jeb, so I don't think he needs much in the way of fun to keep himself entertained. He's got, like, Playbrain magazine with him, so you can think about that. Oh, there's a crater over there. Look at that planet. Look at that. I don't have that many visual mods. Actually, I guess other than Planet Shine, I don't think I've got anything that improves the look of the game. It does look pretty good on its own. I know a lot of people use things like Scatterer and other things to really get their views looking good, and I'll probably do that at some point, but I'm just paranoid about, you know, breaking things at this point. Oh, I like how there's like the Mylar heat shielding on here that you can really see. I haven't looked at this stuff that closely. So we've got those bits. We'll want to grab those experiments at some point. Very good. I hope, how do we I hope there's nothing like I'm missing in my configuration here that I had last time that's going to screw me, but I don't think so. I think I was mostly running on the default, except that I did want to display the report value and the biome. I'm just confused as to why it says, like, data not found, no experiments available. I guess just because we literally have no science to work with. Could be. Could be. I mean, we've been in space before, right? I think this is just, like, we're still technically in very, very, very high orbit kind of space around Kerbal, where we have a full set of experiments done. Okay, I suppose there's nothing for us to do but to fast forward at this point. So, all right, so we can make a new alarm this way. Maneuver node. Yeah, I'm going to have to read some of these manuals at some point. So I don't want to use this. I want to use the quick add. Quick add maneuver alarm. So what's the difference between that and that? Oh, this also starts the warp. Okay, so this just adds the alarm. The other one adds the alarm and sets up the warp. So now I can set my own warping here, and it'll automatically stop me when we get close. Got it better. Look at the moon. Look at the moon. So it's coming this way. It's going left, and we're going kind of in that direction to meet it. Oh, God. What? Oh, warp to start of influence. Ah, cool. Warp to the maneuver node. 3 hours away. So, yeah, we're just going to get picked up. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do at all. See, we've been flying out this way, along this way, and the moon is going to pick us up, and we're just going to get, whoop, scooped up. Our relative speed in orbit around Kerbal, because I think right now, if we get, which one is it? Focus on me. Whoa, look at that path. Sphere of influence, Kerbal. We're still technically orbiting Kerbal right now. Our speed is virtually none. We're just basically waiting. And yeah, we're orbiting in this direction. But we're going to get picked up by the moon. That'll be the moon encounter right there. We could have set up an alarm for that. So, moon encounter in 5 minutes. 2, 1. 30 seconds. Okay. We will now be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, we've encountered the moon. We can run all of our science at this point. Crew report. From this high up, the canyons look like scars across moon's face, which is appropriate considering how much the moon has survived millennia after millennia. We're going to keep that data. I'm going to switch to the other screen here. So we can start dating the moon. We're going to get 50 for this material study. Of course, we're going to have to go in EVA and collect that. Your lab report is strategically written to convince KSC to let you land on the moon. Goddamn right it is. Temperature scan. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there's no matter around to be either hot and cold, because the spacecraft itself. Yeah. But we can still apparently temperaturize around the moon, so that's okay. Mystery goo. You very briefly considering filing one of those canyons with goo. Keep data. EVA report. Well, we still got like an hour and a half before we do our maneuver to put us in orbit, which shouldn't be required. We are very, very gently falling towards the moon right now, and we're not going to stick around it. We're going to technically within the moon's sphere of influence, but we are set to leave and actually head back in the general direction of Kerbal. I set up a maneuver node for orbit in case I needed the time to do stuff, but I don't think we need to, and I don't think we get a bonus for doing that. Oh, we did complete our mission, our contract, fly by the moon. Boom. I wonder if I were to return to the Space Center right now, could I get a contract to orbit the moon? I might be able to. We're going to check on that. First, let me... maybe we can even get one for EVA. I'm leery doing this without being in orbit. I think it's fine. It will, for whatever reason, let me pop to the Space Center, and it should let me pop back. I think it's because we're really far away and not thrusting. No, let's do the EVA report. Say, are those Lunar canyons down below? They sure are impressive. Nothing like Kerbin's, of course. Keep data. Store or experiments. Collect data. We're not going to reset it. We're just going to collect it. Store it in there. Good. I should have opened this while I was still inside, actually. You know what? I'm just exactly what I'm going to do. I'm worried about the doors opening and knocking Jeb into space, which I'm going to call a bad thing. Well, board. That's a fuel tank. No. There we go. Service bay. Crap. Unless I can zoom in enough to see inside. Okay, there's a way I can set my focus to say that. Double click on it. No, that's doing the ship. I can pan the camera this way and then shoot. Okay, I can technically see the mystery goo container, assuming I can do that while I'm in EVA. That is really quite disturbing. All right, let's try this again. EVA. Come down as far as we can on this ladder. Do not let go. I don't want to do rocket pack stuff, or I'm going to go crazy. The goo container should be very close to him. In fact, it might be fine now. So again, let's try to go inside. Collect data. Remove data. Thank you. Go back up the ladder. I'm so nervous. I'm starting to shake. I get so stressed out doing this. I can't imagine why. Okay, we have stored that. All right, that was a little weird, but okay. I know that you can do all kinds of weird stuff with these bits and like have them intersect one another, and that will be perfectly fine. So, oh, we are rotating. Stop. Enable SAS again. We want to pitch down. I mean, we've got lots of power. It's not a problem. I'm just paranoid. Okay. Let's try to go to the Space Center and see if there might be a quest for us to orbit the moon while we're here. I think this works. I hope I just didn't screw myself, but I'm pretty sure that works, and then we can go back to our track device. Contracts. No, we've got some orbit contracts now, which I'm going to take because I want to start doing some satellite stuff. So we'll accept. Although I just realized some of these might be really hard to do. And surface scans. Temperature scans. We should have to do some space, which we can potentially do with a satellite. Okay, let's go back to our tracking system. Got my poop flag. And if I hit fly, I'll be refocused over here. So, okay, so we didn't get a quest to orbit the moon or anything. Maybe because we haven't like actually returned from it yet. I wonder if we get more experience points from orbiting. I don't think so. So I don't think we're going to bother with the orbit, assuming... Alright, we're just going to cancel that node for now. Assuming we can get back to Kerbin just doing a flyby. So if I were to accelerate here, or prograde instead of retrograde... No. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was okay. Those little pluses that are now there from the alarm clock, very cool. But holy crap, did I never want to click that by accident? Poop. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's enter orbit. That way I'll have the leisure of figuring out how to get back to Kerbin, you know, whenever. So if I do this, warp to P, no. How do you, like, unselect? There it is. Get rid of those. Quick add, maneuver alarm. Actually, how much delta V are we going to need? Very little, so that's going to be fine. All right, we'll go ahead, warp to our maneuver. All right, and we got 3 minutes to go. It's good. Lots of power. And yeah. What? I don't... If I say replace maneuver node, what does it do? Nothing. I have no idea what that button's there for. Maybe if you have multiple nodes, more useful there. All right, we'll orientate ourselves to be facing our maneuver. And we will indeed enter lunar orbit. That way I can think about how to get back a little bit better. So we're using a little bit of burn for this, but hardly any. Actually, we're getting some NA information here. This is going to be such a short burn, I'm almost positive of it. I'm going to wait until we're about 5 seconds away and then start it. It's got to be really short, I'm almost certain. Well, we can see how much delta V we need. Wow, almost exactly what we're looking for. Boom, 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 boom. We are indeed now in orbit around the moon. Okay. So that's fun. So we can do a few loops around here just to say we've done it. If we check our situation, orbiting moon. Yeah, let's do that. We've got power. That's all fine. We don't even need the SAS on, so we literally don't have to use any power whatsoever. And I could, do some time warp. Technically orbit. Yee! Yee! I think what would make sense is if we actually wait until our apoapsis is in the general direction of Kerbin. Something rather like that. So a little bit more here, I think. There we go. So if we do that... Well, you know what? I don't need to land the whole way. But if we do this, we'll break from a lunar orbit and end up going in this general direction. I don't know. Is that the only maneuver node I have? Is that really it? Wow. Really going to use very little burn. What if I end up a little bit more here? Do I end up happier with that? What if I did it from the other side? No, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Actually, that's kind of interesting because, yeah, we leave from here around the moon and then swing back around and then get picked up. I don't know. I like the direct approach. Just trying to compare, like, burn times at different things. Wow, that's, like, incredibly minimal to just break away. At that point, we just break away from the moon. With 40... And we need quite a bit more delta V. Gets us closer to home. Feels like this is the sort of thing that makes the most sense. A very, 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 very short burn. Can I not start steering towards it right now? Were we time warping? There we go. Very, very, very short burn. And then we'll just correct. I'm having a hell of a hard time steering this into position. Okay. Oh, I don't have the SAS on. So there we go. That'll help lock it in. Let's go ahead and time warp. I'll still have to make some adjustments, actually. I should have waited. 2. 1 minute left. All right, 40 seconds to go. We are indeed on the ball over here. Okay, good. And just speed up a little bit here just to get down to the last 10 seconds. Okay, encounter the node in 10 seconds. We're going to burn with 3 seconds left. So at T minus 3. And go. 3, 2, 1. Cut the engine. Okay, we're not quite in our maneuver point. Oh, well, I guess we're still facing... It's interesting the maneuver is there. Oh, wow. Did I ever end up on an inclination? That is double plus ungood. However, I don't really have the means to correct that sort of thing. So I'm going to be very happy with the fact that we are eventually going to encounter Kerbal again. But if I were to go and say... Can I not set as target? I can set the moon as target. That's interesting. You can't set Kerbal itself as a target for your inclination fix. Still, I'm not going to F with it. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Goodbye, moon. It was lovely, lovely spending some time with you. We are in Kerbal orbit. It's going to take us a day to get onto this other side. So we might have been able to do it faster, but actually, it ain't all that bad. So, that's still going to be like 2 million kilometers away. But we'll add a maneuver sort of at this point, and we'll retrograde. It's really not going to take that much. We still have, we're 2,000. We're going to do a retro burn, so something like that. I'm actually going to just bring us to 250,000, and then we'll do another retro on the other side, just because I want to make sure that I can control my angle a little bit better. I don't think it's like matters if I retro here or there, and in fact, it might be better to retro over there for the rest of it. So we're going to need to spend another 700 delta V over here, which is going to be perfectly fine. So let's zoom to the next maneuver. I can turn off the SAS, make sure we don't run out of juice. Earth alarm. I think that's 1 hour in actual, like, real Earth time. So yeah, we are hauling a lot of extra stuff back from the moon that we aren't actually going to be landing with. But still. What is this path? Ascending node of what? What are all these extra bits? Oh, probably because we're going to intersect things and then leave something or something. I don't know. Delete on close. There we go. Delete on close. That's going to be fine. Enable the SAS. Tell you what, let me go to this view because it's just more interesting. It's going to take 1.5 minutes of burn time. It's going to use quite a bit. I don't think that's right. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So yeah, turn retrograde. And if I go ahead and tap on, tap off, yeah, it's going to be a lot less than that. I mean, we know we need 670 delta V. We've got 2,200 left in the tank. Sucks that the math's not up to date, but that's okay. I think we'll start a burn with about 30 seconds left, based on this number. It's not going to matter that we're not going to be right at the periapsis. Because what it's also going to do is lower our periapsis. Oh, shit, did I go by? I went way too fast. Okay, well, that's fine. You know what? Just burn retro. We're burning retro. We're mostly bringing down our apoapsis over here, which is the idea. I didn't even really need to use the maneuver nodes at all. All I had to do is point retro, wait till I'm at, you know, a place that I'm going to be happy with, and then burn. So our apoapsis is still over 2 million kilometers. Plenty of fuel left in the tank to do that. We're actually lowering our periapsis as well at this point, which is actually fine. I don't know if there's more efficiency or whatever. We're not looking to circularize or orbit or anything like that. We're going to bring one of the nodes down to 250,000. Stop. There we go. And then when we hit our periapsis, because I don't want to just be at the apoapsis and then go in for a re-entry at that point, because what it's going to mean, right, if I'm way out here and I try to go into recovery, or to land, I mean, I suppose you could wiggle it so that the periapsis is just coming in here on the backside of the planet. I guess that would be the smart thing to do. But you don't get as much control over your position. And I'm just worried about coming in way, way, way too steep. I don't know. I guess it can do it. Land over there. Let's adjust so that we're facing retro properly. Alright, let's burn some more. Drop that periapsis. Okay. So, we are going to encounter the Kerbal atmosphere over here. Periapsis says that we're going to pass by, like we're going to pass the planet, but no, we're going to start hitting air. We're going to aero brake, and we're going to end up landing. Where's poop? Where's my flag? It's over there. I really got to rename it, but it's nice having a flag. Actually, that's... Oh, shit. If I hadn't wasted all that burn, it would have been really nice to try to land near the center. We get more of our money back. Plus, you know, there's style in having done that. Still, I'm not going to prograde right now. That would be ridiculous. But that's what I should have done. Is maybe brought the orbit down a little closer, but then from the other side, try to land close to our actual space program. We'll get more money back. But we're only recovering 2 bits, the parachute and the command module, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, look at all the inclination I gave our path. I think the thing to do would be over here to do a normal? Which one is it? Do we have them listed? Like the normal and the anti-normal? I'm actually not sure that we do. Alright, let's just stabilize for a second here. Stop spinning around. And then turn off the SAS. And are we eclipsed? I think we're eclipsed. Where's... No, we're not. So we can turn like that. And just get a little bit of sunshine on our solar panels. It's not high efficiency because of the angle, but that's okay. Keep us nice and charged. Now, I could, at this point... Oh, I still have a maneuver node on here. Go away. I could, at this point, jettison my engine. I shouldn't need to do any further maneuvers. I'm going to have a full battery. Well, some of the power will go away because the battery pack is in our service module. But I should still have a full 50 electric charge in my command module and nothing to do with it. No devices. The actual turning doesn't actually use that much juice. Especially with just the command module. It's so light, it uses very little power to turn. But I guess I just feel kind of uneasy doing it at this point. Alright, let's go and up the juice. Because what we could do is a little bit more retro near the end just to burn off some of our orbital speed. But mostly we're going to be doing aero braking. I should just be confident. We're fine. We're more than fine. Aren't we? Well, yeah, clearly. We're going to enter the atmosphere. That's going to slow us down. We can't complete this orbit. We're never going to be stuck. Worst case scenario, we burn off enough of our height going through a little bit of the atmosphere that we get on the second loop. But no, at 1700, we're in the thickest atmosphere. No, we're doing a full re-entry. Come on, Quill. You're fine. We are facing... You know what? Let's do the thing where we sort of face it at an angle. Actually, if we face the other way, and then pop this off, we'll be sending this into a higher orbit. I don't know if it makes a difference. Usually I like to dump it behind me, but I don't think it makes a difference. We have a lot of fuel left. I don't know, like... I wanted to overkill. It's good. We don't have, like, unlimited amounts of fuel left, but, you know, some extra costs there. We definitely could have trimmed it. But basically, we didn't end up with a lot more than I thought we would. Okay, I'm absolutely sure if I dump this engine, we're going to come in, right? We must. Okay. There it is. I'm going to turn to face retro. So technically our butt end... no. Yeah. What am I thinking? Okay, stop. Stop all the things. Turn off the SAS. Turn off this. Save our energy. Oh, I don't have my engineering module anymore, so I don't get my stats. Still, that's okay. We had about 20 minutes to go. Orbital speed is increasing. I guess we'll just do it from this screen. Over 1 million. Where's the planet? Oh, we're going that way. Ah, that's why I wasn't quite following. Following towards the planet. Following towards the planet. 500,000 to go. I guess it'll automatically slow us when we reach a certain point because it can only time warp so much. Oh yeah, I can't turn it all right now, of course. Ooh. Definitely need to turn on the fine controls here. Whoa, lag, computer. Okay, let's actually turn on the SAS. Face retro-ish. Still got lots of power. Turn off the stability. We won't need it when we enter the atmosphere. God, I hope this works. I think it will. I think it will. I think it will. This is not as intense as when we finally get around to landing on the moon or Minimus or whatever it's called, but this is still my biggest flight to date. Absolutely. Even I think even outside of the sandbox, I don't think I've done any sort of... I don't think I've gone to the moon. None of this felt familiar. I think I like shot in that general direction, but I didn't do the moon and return, which was the scary bit. Also, I wasn't actually concerned about losing anyone. All right. We got about 40K to go when we start to enter the upper atmosphere, which will start to break us. We do have 2,800 meters per second to burn off. We might actually be almost at 3,000 with the gravity pull. I think we should be able to aero brake that just fine, especially at the angle we're going in. There's a lot of air here for us to catch. But if we were worried about the re-entry speed, that would have been a big incentive for us to lower our orbit a lot more. I'm a little worried about starting this re-entry from, you know, like, what, 5 million kilometers away? Or 5 million meters? I don't remember which one it was. In any case. Let's just make sure we're facing in the most retro direction to start off with. Okay, we're about to enter the upper atmosphere. 3 kilometers to go. And our speed... Ooh. What is it? An EVA? No, thank you. I am not risking an EVA here. We do still have to upper atmosphere EVA. We're going way too fast now. Now, there's not a lot of air. We might not get blown off. At some point, we'll have to do it. But today is not that day. Today, we are bringing home data from the moon. So I don't have the SAS on. The atmosphere is continuing to thicken. Our speed is still technically going up, but barely so. The air is starting to counter the attraction of gravity over here. We are definitely dropping. Atmosphere is going to get thicker. We'll start to see some re-entry heat very, very soon, I think. Maybe more about 30,000, maybe around here. I don't know. I think we'll start to see it around now. Again, I have the SAS off, but we should be very, very stable here. We should be aerodynamically or center of mass stable. I've still got my caps lock key on. There we go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. 35,000 kilometers, or 35 kilometers, 35,000 meters. I gotta stop swapping my units like that. The heat should be okay on this capsule. Don't think we need a heat shield. God, I hope we don't need a heat shield. This is a fast re-entry, but not that fast. The air's not that thick here. So it's got like a little bit more of a gentle cushion going on. I'm not seeing hit point bars show up, so I think it's actually totally okay. The flame is not getting worse. Our speed is burning off. The atmosphere is getting thicker here. We are kind of white hot. We're burning off our speed very, very well. Shuttle, or the capsule, is relatively stable. Again, no SAS on at all, but everything is very, very stable. We've let off a lot of speed, lots of ground below us. We'll definitely, our aero braking is definitely going to end very soon. Probably eliminate the flame effects, I was going to say, before we hit 10,000 meters. Quite a bit more before that. I'm going to make sure all the red's away before I start to deploy a parachute. Last thing I want it to do is burn up. Probably wait till below 10,000 meters in any case. We'll still have plenty of time to parachute. There we go. We're not even getting any atmospheric effects. Let's deploy the drogue. Kill even more of our surface speed, and we'll land in a nice flat grassland. How lovely is that? Guys, we haven't quite touched the moon. But, you know, we were within spinning distance. But only because there's no air resistance in space, and basically any distance is spitting distance. Once you're in the sphere of influence of an object. But still. Actually, I'm betting the spit doesn't have enough delta V to have... oh, no, we did get in orbit. So, yeah. Would have been fine. Oh, I'm so happy right now. We're bringing home so much science, too. Plus, we're going to be a star. Not as big of a star as when we land. But Jebediah, there's going to be a parade in your honor. I guarantee it. I'm going to throw it myself. I'm going to organize it myself. Let's go and slow this down because I feel like we're going to touch ground well above 0. There we go. It's deploying now. Deployed around 750, so we're going to land at around 250. It's nice that the parachute is smart enough to deploy 500 meters above the actual surface of wherever you are. Presumably the air pressure or something, I don't know. Some sort of automated system, because we actually don't have, like, ground radar. There's no system in Kerbal Space Program that'll tell you the distance from the actual ground. Just above quote-unquote sea level. A bit of an uneven slope here. But that's all right. Jebediah! We made it back! Recover vessel. How much science are we going to get? And, of course, we got our 100,000 Kerbal bucks for completing our moon flyby mission. 400,000. We got 112 science out of all of this. Beautiful. Got some parts back, barely any. Crew. Hey, 4 XP gained, advanced to level 1. Okay, which will give us a little bit more SAS. I think just the pro-grade, retrograde piloting controls, but it is still something. Actually, one of the things I haven't done yet is sort of Googled exactly how Kerbals gain experience. So, okay. Oh. So you do get experience for orbiting. So on Kerbin, you get a point just for having any sort of flyby. Once you've like launched and come back, you basically want to get 1 XP. Orbiting Kerbin, you'd get 2. For flying around Kerbin, you get 1. Oh, so we gotta make sure every pilot's got a little bit of that XP. I think you only get it once, and I don't know if it tracks it properly or anything for you. So for the moon, we got 2 for getting a flyby. We would have gotten 3 more for doing an orbit. Okay. It said we gained 4 XP, though. How come? Oh, there's an XP multiplier. So what, 2 times 2? Why would this chart list that? I'm going to find a better chart online somewhere. Sorry, you guys can't even see my screen, so I apologize that, you know, things are so terribly boring there. But, guys, very good. I'm super happy. Now, without upgrading our science center, we can't get anything on the next level anyway, so we really have a lot of choices here, because we've got... We were just shy of being able to unlock 3, because they're 90 points, right? So you'd need 270 to unlock 3 different things. Still, we can unlock 2 different things, which is pretty good. And we do have missions for satellites. So we're going to see maybe next episode if we can throw some satellites into space, which apparently are also going to be a good way to keep running some contracts. What? Just out of curiosity, that is not the building I want to click on. The contracts building is way too small. Go away. I want to click on mission control. Come on. There we go. Right over here. So I think these are going to be 2 different satellites because they need different things. So we need... How's our margin of error on these things? Orbit specifics. Apoapsis, periapsis, quite big. Very large. 11 million meters, 17 million meters. Inclination of 28.2. Longitude of ascending node. Oh my god, that is ridiculously precise. Very, very precise. We have to make sure the ascending node is at a specific place. I don't know if I have the skill to do anything even remotely close to that. Have a materials bay, maintain stability. Reach the designated orbit within marginal deviation. Wow, that is insane. I don't know if we can do that. I hope that we can do these temperature scans from orbit, from a satellite or something. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't know what our next mission will be then. Might just have to cancel these or something. Well, we can test more of these little components. We should do those tests anyway. Some of these should be pretty easy. Launch site. And that's a pretty easy test over the flight of Kerbal. I just didn't want to spend a bunch of other tests. In fact, I might just go and do these just off screen because they're so trivial and easy, and then see what quests we might end up with at that point. But in any case, thank you for watching another episode of my Let's Play of the Kerbal Space Program. We have flown by the moon. I'm really excited. I don't know if a moon landing is next, although certainly we get a lot of science from doing that. I really want a quest for it, if at all possible, but I mean, that's the next logical step. We'll see. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.